Hello, thank you for joining Hatha Yoga. Got 60 minutes of quite a varied, different session. So we've all the way through, we want to focus on breathing. If we notice that we're not breathing, it usually means we've obviously lost concentration, or maybe we've gone a bit too deep in a stretch. So I'll keep reminding you to focus on your breath. And we want to try and breathe in and out through the nose, and not just breathing into the chest. We want to help increase our lung capacity by breathing into the chest, into the diaphragm, side ribs and tummy. And that's especially good to do in the more perhaps relaxing poses. However, we do need to focus on the standing strengthening poses as well, on breathing. Okay, so we're going to start tonight in butterfly. So if you have a block, maybe sit on a block. It's better for the back and the hips and the knees if we can sit down on our block. So butterfly, we have the soles of the feet together. As you bring the soles of the feet together and bring the knees out to the sides, you might as well you might already notice quite a deep, intense stretch. So we're going to hold for 60 seconds and focus on our breathing. First of all, we're going to keep the feet close into the body, and we're going to draw our chest forward. And here you can have your hands outside the feet and the thumbs drawing the soles apart, if that makes sense. So the thumbs are kind of massaging the sole of the feet. So about starting by bringing awareness into the breath. So the breath in and out through the nose, and also awareness into maybe quite deep sensations. About 6 deep breaths in and out. So noticing if the sensation or maybe the tension in the inner thigh area has eased off a bit. We're going to take the feet further away. We're going to bring the hands forward. So again, the hands can hold on to outside the feet. You can hold on to your toes, or you can rest the hands in front. And this time, the back can round. We can bring our chin towards our chest. And just allow gravity maybe to gently draw us forward a little bit. And 6 deep breaths again, in and out through the nose. To walk the hands back in towards the body, and then draw the feet back in. And again, we're doing butterfly this time with the feet coming into the body. Notice if the sensations or the tension has eased off a bit. And 6 breaths again. Okay, and slowly drawing the legs forward. So from here, pushing the heels away, drawing the toes towards the face, and then taking the fingers out to the side, taking a deep breath in, stretching up. The breath out, bringing the hands back down. So 2 more. Really trying to draw the chest forward, lifting the crown of the head up to the ceiling, breathing in to lift up, breathing out to lower, and in to lift up, and out to lower. And from here, going to cross the ankles. So just notice which shin is in front. This will probably be the natural way for you to sit cross-legged. And we also want to try and take the heels further away from each other, so we're kind of crossing our shins. So that same stretch with the legs crossed. So breathing in to lift up, breathing out to lower. 2 more, in and out. This time stretching up as we breathe in. As we breathe out, we're twisting towards our right, bringing the left hand outside the right thigh and the right hand quite close to the lower back, and gently turning the face and the chest towards the right. You can either look towards the right or look over your right shoulder. And 6 breaths here. And slowly, chest to the centre, shoulders and face to the centre. Take the hands out to the side, breathe in deeply, stretch up. Breathe out here, we're twisting to our left, so the right hand outside the left thigh and the left hand behind the lower back. Gently twisting to the left. Each exhale, you can do a little bit more of a tiny rotation. Try to keep your spine as long as possible. Slowly, gently return to the centre, deep breath in, stretch up, breath out, bring the hands slowly down, and here uncross the ankles and go the opposite way. So my right shin is in front this time. So same again, we're breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, releasing. 2 more times, in. So here we're working on lengthening our spine, kind of separating our vertebrae or our discs, our spinal disc. So we're breathing in and growing taller, we're breathing out and releasing tension. And then we're going to twist to the left hand side this time. So breathe in, lift up, and breathe out, rotate to the left. 6 breaths again. So you can gently twist a little bit more each time you exhale. Try to keep your chin so it's in parallel to the floor. Breathing in, back to the centre, stretch the hands up, breathe out and rotate to the right. Slowly return to the centre, 1 more, stretch up, breathe in, And breathe out deeply, bring the hands down and slowly stretch out the legs, shaking out the legs. Then from here coming to all fours for a little bit of core activation. So, and also we can move into a stretch for our thigh muscles, our quads. So we're going to take the right foot out. First of all, just press the heel back and press the toes into the floor. Draw your right kneecap up and draw the tummy in. And hold. So we're feeling that that right leg is strong. While that right leg is strong, I forgot to mention, squeeze the right glute, lift the right leg, and slowly stretch out the left hand. Try to keep your hips level, and deep breath in and breath out. And slowly release the left hand and the right knee. And same again on the left side. So drawing the left foot back, pushing the left heel back, drawing the left kneecap up, squeezing the left glute and drawing the tummy in. So here, if you're pushing that right heel back and you've got tight calves, you'll notice a stretch in the left calf. That's just a bonus. And then lifting the left heel, so the left leg is straight and strong, driving that left heel back. Extend the right arm and a breath in and a breath out. And bring the hand and the knee back to the floor. So this time slightly different, extending the right leg, lifting the right leg, extending the left arm, and then we're reaching behind to tap the right ankle with the left hand. So stretch out, breathe in, reach back, breathe out. So 3 more. And this time breathing in as we extend away. Breathe out and reach behind for the right ankle with the left hand. Drawing the chest forward, looking slightly forward. See if you can lift that right knee up. And take 3 breaths. And stretch away once more, breathing in, breathing out, releasing the left hand and the right knee. And repeating on the opposite side. So left leg lifts, strong left leg, heel away, drawing the left kneecap up, extending the right hand, breathing in, breathing out, tap, breathing in, extend, breathe out, tap, and one more, breathe in, breathe out, and taking hold of the left ankle with the right hand, chest forward, looking slightly forward. See if we can lift that left knee and hold for 3 breaths. And right hand down and left knee down. And stretching back into a gentle child pose, so knees about hip width, big toes together. Bring the bottom down to the heels. Feel that nice stretch in the back. So you can really open the chest and the shoulders here by inching the fingers along the mat, making sure the hands are slightly wider than shoulder width. And resting the head on your mat or a block. And just stay here for a few breaths to notice sensations anywhere in the body. press into the hands as we lift back up. And then from here, just turning our toes under, coming into first down dog of the evening. So turn the toes under first of all. Again, try and press all the pads of the toes into the mat. So good stretch for small things like the toes. Very important, our foundation. So toes into the mat, then lifting the knees off the mat. Make sure you're spreading your fingers, drawing the tummy in, and chest comes through to the thighs as we slowly lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Keep that chest as close as you can towards the thighs, and then maybe the legs will be straight. Be careful if you have any back issues to keep the knees a little bit soft, and then pedaling the heels up and down, noticing sensation in the right calf as you bend the left knee and draw the right heel to the floor, and changing sides. Again, making sure we're breathing. And bringing our knees to the floor, resting back in child pose again. So you can go with extended child pose where the fingertips are stretched away, or you can go more restful child pose with the back of the hands resting by the feet. And again, scanning the body, assessing how the body feels, how the breathing is. If your hands are behind, stretching the hands forward, back into tabletop. And from tabletop we'll come into down dog again, so turning the toes under, lifting the knees off the mat, chest through to the side, and slowly lift the hips up towards the ceiling, pressing the hands into the floor, and see where you notice the stretch. 3 more breaths. Walking the hands back towards the feet. We'll come into a standing forward fold, so just check your feet are about hip width apart. We're taking hold of opposite elbow into what we call dangling, or if you want to, you can take the first 2 fingers around the big toes and rest your thumbs on the big toenail. So again, remember to keep your knees slightly bent if you have any back issues. If you're doing the hand to big toe, you take your elbows out. If you're doing dangling, allow the crown of the head to release to the floor in both of the poses. Notice, are you swaying back onto your heels a bit more? If you are, we want to come forward slightly so the full weight is on all 4 corners of the feet. And here, another 6 long, slow, deep breaths, really focusing on the whole body, expanding on your inhale and releasing on your exhale. And if you were chosen to do dangling, slowly release the fingertips to the legs, keeping our chin on our chest, pressing into the feet as we draw the fingers up the body, lift up nice and slowly, bringing the head up last. Warmed up now. Okay, so coming to the front of your mat, Going to do some sun salutations to warm up a bit more. So standing with the feet hip width apart, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Start with the palms facing forward, taking a deep breath in, breath out, bring the palms together. Breath in, really stretch up, fingertips up towards the ceiling. And breath out, forward fold. Keep those knees soft if you need to. So the forward fold, couple of breaths. And the breath in, we look forward and step the right foot and the right knee down to the mat. So we're here in our lunge. So the first lunge, we want to notice where we feel any tension or sensations. So a couple of breaths in the first lunge. And then taking the left knee back, so in tabletop. And then from here we slowly lower the body to the floor. Try and keep our elbows glued in towards our waist. So slowly lowering down. And the hands here stay by the chest and the elbows in towards the waist. Squeeze the thighs together and draw the kneecaps up. So we breathe in to lift up into cobra. Breathe out, push back into tabletop. And then lifting up into down dog. And here 3 breaths in down dog. Breathing in, looking forward, bringing the left knee down, and stepping the right foot forward. So lunge now on our right hand side for 3 breaths. And then we looking forward, breathing in, breathing out as we step the left foot to the front of the mat into another forward fold. So 3 breaths in this forward fold. Remembering if you are leaning back into heels, come slightly forward so the weight's going into all parts of the feet. And then breathing in as we lift up, keep the knees soft, come up slowly, stretch the fingertips up towards the ceiling, and breathe out back to mountain pose. So we do that all again on the left side, so palms facing forward, pressing all the parts of the feet into the floor, so the toes, the balls of the feet and the heels. Breathe in, breathe out, palms together. Breathe in. Stretch the fingertips up towards the ceiling, gaze at the thumbs, and breathe out, forward fold. 3 breaths in the forward fold. Breathing in, looking forward, stepping the left knee back and down. Into the lunge again, 3 breaths in the lunge. And right knee back into tabletop. And then from here we're lowering the body down to the floor again. Keeping our elbows glued into our waist, so it's kind of a press up, but we're just lowering down. Then the hands are by the chest, elbows glued into the waist, squeeze the thighs together, and breathe in as we lift up into cobra. Breathe out, push back into tabletop, turn the toes under, lift up into down dog for 3 breaths. back down to the mat. Step the left foot in between the hands, so lunge with the left knee forward, 3 breaths. And now stepping the right foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. So 3 deep breaths in the forward fold. And press into the feet, breathe in, lift up, stretch the fingertips up towards the ceiling, gaze at the thumbs. And breathe out, back to mountain. So we're going to do another round on both sides of the sun salutations. So we're going to do 1 breath this time. So go at your own pace and stay longer in the pose if you want to, or follow me. So palms facing forward, breathe in, breathe out, palms together. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, right foot back and right knee down. Breathe out into tabletop or plank. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, lower to the floor. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, right foot in between the hands. Breathe out, left foot forward fold. Breathe in, lift up tall. And breathe out, mountain. And then opposite side, breathing in, palms forward. Breathing out, palms together. Breathing in, stretching up tall. Breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, left foot back and left knee down, lunge. Breathing out, tabletop or plank. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower the body to the floor. Breathe in, lift cobra. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, left foot forward, right knee down, lunge. Breathe out, right foot forward, fold. Breathe in, press into the feet, lift up. And breathe out, back to mountain. So after those sun salutations, we're going to lie down. And we're just going to scan the body and notice, be aware of how we feel. So just letting the small toes fall out to the side, arms out at the side of the body with palms up, and rest for about a minute, breathing deeply, full deep breathing. And bring the feet together and take a deep breath in, stretch the arms above the head. And breathe out, bring the arms down. And then we'll come into the bridge. So a few variations of bridge. Oh, just need to turn the lights on. Won't be a minute. Okay, just. Hope that's okay. Right. Okay, so bridge, bringing the feet quite close to the bottom. If you want to, you can reach forward with your hands just to check if you can bring your feet in a little bit closer. And then we want to do a couple of pelvic tilts. So we're just squeezing the glutes, squeezing the tummy in and drawing the pubic bone up towards the face and lowering back down. So we want to feel that movement in the pelvis, squeezing up, breathing in, and then releasing down as we breathe out. Try not to bring an arch into the back though. You just want to feel the pelvis and the lower back relaxing down on your exhale, and then lifting up on your inhale. And then from here, we're peeling away first of all, so pelvic tilt first of all, then lifting the lower back off the mat, and the middle back, and the upper back, and then exhale, reversing that process slowly, bringing the body back down to the mat. So, in your own time, about 3 or 4 more. Breathing in to lift, feel this stretch in the thighs if you can, and then as you lower, feel the imprint of your back releasing down to the mat. So another 2 or 3, breathing in as you lift up, breathing out to lower down, breathe in to lift up, and breathe out to lower. This time we're going to add the movement with the arms as well, so we're breathing in as we lift up, breathe out, stretch the arms above the head, breathe in, extend the fingertips away, breathe out, lower the arms back down, breathe in, squeeze the hips higher, and breathe out to lower vertebrae by vertebrae, taking care to bring the tailbone down last. Okay, so same again, squeeze the pelvis up and then lifting up as we breathe in, breathe out, bring the arms back, breathe in, extend the fingers away, breathe out slowly, release the arms down, breathe in, lift the hips higher, breathe out slowly, come back down. And when the back's fully released, slowly bring both knees in towards the chest, hugging the knees in, knees side to side. Now from here we're going to do our leg raises. So left foot presses into the floor and right heel, right leg stretches away with the palms down. Just try to make sure your chin's coming in towards your chest. So we're doing 8, breathing in to lift with the leg as straight as possible, breathing out to lower. So number 7, breathe in to lift, breathe out to lower, breathe in to lift, out to lower. So another 4, drawing that kneecap up, so we're engaging the muscles around the knee. And 2 more, breathing in, breathing out. And then as we breathe in, we're lifting up. So here, you can take the hands behind the right thigh, or you can reach up with those 2 first fingers again for your right big toe. You can keep that right knee bent, you can keep the right knee going into the right armpit if you want to, or you can really try to stretch that right heel up towards the ceiling. So here holding for 6 breaths. slowly releasing the right leg down, hugging the right knee in towards the chest first, extending the left leg along the floor, and then slowly drawing the right leg along the floor. Then here resting again, and notice the difference between the right leg and the left leg. And then we'll change sides. So both knees in towards the chest first of all. Then pressing the right foot into the floor. Extend the left leg along the floor, palms pressing down, shin towards the chest. Push the left heel away, draw the left kneecap up. Breathe in, lifting the left leg. Breathing out to lower. So again, 7 more. And next time we inhale, we lift and then hold. So hands behind the left thigh, or the first 2 fingers of the left hand stretching up, reaching for the big toe with the left leg bent or straight for 6 breaths. Slowly bringing the left knee, the left foot back to the floor. Bring both knees in towards the chest. And then extend both legs along the floor. Legs out straight, small toes out to the side. Notice sensations, awareness into your left leg. Slowly bring the feet together. Take a breath in and stretch the arms above the head. So nice deep stretch for the body. And bringing the arms down as you breathe out. And then bringing both knees in towards the chest. So here a lateral stretch, so a side stretch for the body in what we call banana asana. So we're making a banana shape with our body. So first of all, both legs are along the floor, and we're trying to be in the centre of the mat as we start off. So first of all, we're walking our feet over to the right hand side. We don't want to walk them over too much that our left hip comes up. So try to keep your left hip down, and then it's up to you if you want to cross left ankle over right or right ankle over left. And then stretch the arms above the head. If we can, we move the shoulders and the head a little bit over to the right as well. We're holding on to the right wrist with the left hand. And here, take 6 really long, deep breaths. walk the head and the shoulders back to the centre, and cross the ankles, feet back to the centre, and slowly draw the arms down. Bring the knees into the chest to release off the back a little bit before we move to our left side. Stretch the legs along the floor again. So walking the feet over to the left, trying to keep your right hip down this time, and stretching the arms above the head, and then shoulders and head a little bit over to the left. We can take hold of our left wrist with our right hand, and also cross right ankle over left or left ankle over right. Maybe close the eyes, noticing sensations in the right hand side of the body for 6 breaths. Cross the ankles and walk the feet to the centre, walk the head and shoulders to the centre, slowly bring the arms down, and to release the back again, bring the knees into the chest, hugging the knees in, and then this time we're doing hand to big toe with both the feet. So we're taking hold with so if you want to, you can take hold of your legs, just interlocking the fingers behind your legs, either behind your hamstrings or behind your calves, up to you, or bring the knees into the chest. With the first 2 fingers, take hold of the big toes. So the fingers are coming behind the toe and the thumbs are coming onto the pad of the big toe. And then we're trying to extend the heels up towards the ceiling. If you want to, you can bring your knees more towards your armpits with the knees apart and the feet apart, which is happy baby, or keep the feet together and the knees together and extend the heels up towards the ceiling. We'll hold for 6 breaths. Slowly bring the knees back into the chest, just taking the knees away slightly, maybe knees coming further away so they're in line with the hips, knees into the chest. If you feel like you need to release the back, a few more of those, what we call knees rocking. And then we're slowly going to come up to seated. So either rolling up to seated, first of all drawing the tummy in, or taking your knees down to the right hand side, press the hand into the floor and lift up slowly. So here we've got a thigh strengthener, or could maybe call it a quad burner. So I'll give you a couple of options. It might be too much for some people. So I'll give you just the gentle options first, which is Sphinx or Crocodile, with your head resting on your hands, big toes together and heels out. Or we've got Nordic raises and dynamic Camels. Okay, so we'll do the Nordic raises first of all. So we have our hands on our back with the fingertips facing down, chest forward, knees about hip width apart. So trying to keep that movement of squeezing our glutes and squeezing our tummy. We're taking our back in as straight line as possible, slowly back, and then coming forward. So 8 of those all together. Breathing in to extend away, and breathing out to come forward. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Keep going. I think there's another 4. And 2. And 1. Okay, and then hands come forward slowly, and just to release off the back, we'll go into a lunge and a twist. So stepping your right foot forward in between the hands, left hand underneath the left shoulder, and stretching the right fingertips up towards the right. And maybe drawing the chest towards the right. Deep breath in, breath out. And then bring the right hand inside the right foot, and all we're doing is going into bending that right arm as much as we can and bringing our right shoulder as low as we can down the right shin. And if you can, bring both elbows down to the floor. So this is called lizard. And then press into the hands to lift back up, taking the right knee back, and then stepping the left foot forward. So same again, just right hand underneath the right shoulder, bringing the left fingertips up towards the ceiling, breathing in, breathing out. And then left hand inside the left foot, and then that little test to see if we can bend the left elbow, drawing the left shoulder down, the leg as low as we can, maybe resting on the elbows. About 3 breaths in the lizard. And then slowly lifting back up and taking the left foot back. So again, rest in Sphinx or the crocodile, where you're just lying on your front, breathing into your lower back, or trying these dynamic camels. So the dynamic camel, we're placing our hands on our heels, knees slightly apart, and then we're lifting up. So we're pushing the hips up, we're resting our hands on our heels, breathing in to lift up, and breathing out to lower. So we won't do 8 of those, we'll just do 4. So breathe in to lift up, and out to lower. 2 more, breathe in. Feel that lovely stretch in the quads. Breathe out. And last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, so if you're in crocodile, lift up slowly. If you've done the dynamic camels, come back to tabletop. We'll do another twist for the back. So knees as wide apart as they'll go and the big toes together. Taking the bottom down to the heels. And then we want to stretch our fingers forward and thread our left fingertips through to the right hand side with the palm facing up. Bring the left shoulder down and the left ear down to the floor. So here you can stretch the right fingertips forward, or you can bring the right hand to the lower back. So 6 breaths in child pose with a twist. Keep the right hands behind, drawing the right hand forward and press into the right hand, lift the left hand forward, extend the fingertips forward and then drawing that right hand through to the left hand side, palm facing up, right shoulder comes to the floor, right ear comes to the floor, looking towards your left. Again, you can keep the left fingertips forward or the left hand rests on the lower back. And bring the left hand forward, press into the left hand, lift up slowly, press up into tabletop. Okay, so now we've got standing postures and some more versions of hand to big toe. So we're coming up to standing. Okay, so we're going to try hand to big toe with the pose which is called wide-legged forward fold. So we're taking the feet quite wide apart, wider than we think we can go, and we want to draw the kneecaps up so we've got strong legs. And first of all, just keeping the hands on the hips, we're going to breathe in, chest forward, elbows back, breathe out, tilt forward. Okay, so we're going to hold here for a few breaths, just trying to notice where the weight is on our feet, trying to see if we can lift the toes off the mat as well, and then plant the toes back down. If we notice we're going back into the heels, come forward slightly, and feeling the stretch, hopefully in the back of the thighs. And then bending the knees slightly, going to lift up. Breathing in as we lift up and breathing out. So we're going to do the same again, or if you want to, with those two fingers again, you're taking hold of your big toes with the thumb resting on the big toenail. Okay, so chest forward, shoulders back, breathe in and breathe out. Come forward slowly. So if you want to, stay for a few breaths and then try the hands to the big toe, or if you want to go straight into it, it's up to you. So we need to lift the big toes off the floor and then take the fingers underneath and rest the thumb on the big toenail. You can keep the knees slightly soft here if you want to. And we can push the bottom back. If the fingers are taking hold of the big toe, you take your elbows out and hold for 3 more breaths. And bending the knees slightly, bring the hands into the centre of the mat and heel toe the feet together slightly, and then we're going to just roll up slowly, drawing the fingertips up the body, keeping the chin on the chest and bringing our head up last. Okay, so now we're going to try standing hand to big toe. Excuse me. So it's a balance. So for some of us, we might just hold on to our right knee with our right hand and keep our left hand on our left hip. All of us want to keep our left hand on our left hip. We're pressing into the standing leg, so pressing into the left foot. And then if you want to go further, you take hold with those first 2 fingers again, thumb resting on the big toenail. So that is one option. So I find this one really hard. So what we're aiming to do is keep our chest forward, not lean forward. We're aiming to extend our right leg right in front of us. I'm going to hold on to the wall. I still won't be able to do it. So I'm not leaning forward. I'm drawing my chest forward and extending that right leg out. So if you can do that, well done. I'm just going to hold the right knee in towards the chest with my left hand on the hip for 3 breaths. And then bring the right hand to the right hip, leaving go of the right leg, and extend the right leg out, right heel away, toes towards the face, and a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Bring the right foot to the floor, shaking out both legs. Then we change sides, so right hand on right hip, pressing the right foot into the floor, lifting the left leg. So we can choose to hold on to that left knee, or we can take hold of the left big toe with those 2 fingers of the left hand. So we can just stand up tall like that, or you can try and extend your left leg out. Whichever you choose, hold for 3 breaths. And then release the left leg, stretch out the left leg, both hands on the hips, and hold. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and release, and shake out. And then we'll come to lie down on our mats for a reclining twist before we go into final relaxation. So a couple of options for your final twist. Less intense is the knees together and the feet together, down to the right hand side, looking over your left fingers, or right leg extends into what we call twisted roots. So you're taking your left foot underneath the right calf and then drawing the left knee down to the right hand side, maybe using your right hand to draw that left knee down a little bit more. You might need to shuffle your shoulders over to the right hand side of it. Slowly releasing out, so knees together or feet together, or the twisted roots down over to your left hand side. And bring yourself out of reclining twist and readjust the pelvis and the back any way you need to. And we go into final relaxation, which tonight is 10 deep breaths, counting down in your mind. So it's inhale 10, deep exhale 10, and so on until you reach 1. And you can rest your hands on your tummy and feel the tummy rise and fall with the inhale and the exhale, or you can have the palms out at the side with the palms facing up. If you lose count, don't worry, just start again at 10. Bring awareness back to the room, leave the counting behind. Move the body whichever way feels good. Maybe wriggle the fingers, wriggle the toes, a couple of pelvic tilts, or knees into the chest if that feels good. Gentle massage for the lower back. And again, either rolling up to seated, drawing the tummy in, or turning over to the right side, maybe pausing there, and then lifting up slowly. Okay, thank you for joining. Hope to see you soon and hope you enjoyed. And bye for now.